contact, impact, I want that daily. Our breath getting deeper, deeper lately. I like that, baby, 'cause I can't get enough. Yeah, I can't get enough. Yeah, I can't get enough of your love. Give me some more of it. I can't get enough. Yeah, 'cause I can't get enough.
Dice que no le es suficiente, está mal de la mente. Cuando está solita que entre, música para ponerla en ambiente, yeah. Ella quiere que como aquella vez, le busco todo. Todo lo que se pone bonito se le ve. Empezamos a pie y ahora andamos en el jet. Vamos a calentar, baby, tú. No se quiere olvidar, lo quiere recordar, baby.
'Cause I can't get enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get enough.
Latino can.
Yeah, I can't get enough of your love. Give me some more of it. I can't get enough. Yeah, 'cause I can't get crazy. I like that, you like that, so let's be crazy. The contact, impact, I want that daily. Our breath getting deeper, deeper lately. I like that, baby. Yeah. Ooh, no one's gotta know. We can keep it low key. I'll be fine alone, long as you're alone with me. So incredible, unforgettable on me. 'Cause I can't get enough.
Benny Blanco.
Yeah, I can't get enough.
Chipapi man, Selena.
Yeah, I can't get enough of your love. Give me some more of it. I can't get enough. Yeah, 'cause I can't get enough.
Do you practice in front of a mirror or how, like?
About 13 years ago, I started dancing. Like, if you ever been in a dance studio, there's always a big mirror. So, yeah, I mean, I used to as much as I could, yeah.
You wake up brushing your teeth, like?
You gotta get the jaw movement, and there you go. There you go.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment.
Luka Doncic.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're about to get started with some Saturday NBA action brought to you by 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sidelines. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at Dallas. They're in the upper part of the conference records right now, in 5th place.
And when I look at Dallas, they were a team that no one knew quite what to make of entering the season. But as the years gone on, it's become clear they're legit contenders.
Abundantly clear. I mean, they can compete with any team in the league, and I think they still have some upside, room for improvement.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, after a 16-year run where they made the playoffs 15 times and won the NBA title in 2011, the Dallas Mavericks have missed the postseason the last 3 years. But by bringing in 2019 Rookie of the Year Luka Doncic and trading for All-Star Kristaps Porzingis, there's a lot of confidence in Dallas that they will soon be back in the hunt. Evan?
Seems like they are. Thanks, D.A. And early in the season, Clark, rotations getting settled. How important do you think it is to have players who really embrace their roles on that team?
You know, I think it's a combination of accepting and embracing your roles, really relishing what it is you're to do and to star in what your particular role is, and finding that out oftentimes is a work in progress even throughout the season.
And probably managing maybe some disappointment if you aren't in the role you thought you were going to be in.
Well said. Exactly right.
So the New York starting five, Randall and Portis patrol the middle. Ntilikina out there with Barrett. And it's Morris in at the 3. And for the Mavericks, inside at the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. On the perimeter, it's Curry and Doncic. And it's Brunson in at the point.
Showing quickness off the dribble, something that separates Randle from most other power forwards.
The pass to Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
Here's Ntilikina. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And, you know, the length of Ntilikina, man, takes long strides when he's driving inside to get past the defense. Fantastic stuff.
Porzingis is doubled. Curry on the wing. From deep. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Ntilikina. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Brunson. The teardrop falls in.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Here's Ntilikina. The stupendous finish in traffic.
Proving he belongs in this league. Ntilikina getting better at taking contact and finishing.
It's 2-on-1. And he finished it off with a lay-in. Ntilikina's got 6 points. The Mavericks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Curry passes to Porzingis. Curry on the wing. Pass to Brunson for 3. Randle grabs the board. Knicks have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And saying, you want a piece of this? Randle easily getting the better of that exchange.
Down low. Here's Porzingis. It's deflected. Doncic with the steal. Pass to Porzingis. Outside Curry. Dallas moving the ball around. Brunson, no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And for a lot of these kids, Greg, it's interesting how quickly teams expect them to get up to speed. Case in point, R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, he had only the 1 year of college, already being asked to produce. Fortunately, he's very mature for his age and generally plays up to the level of competition.
And that one falls for Barrett. And Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner.
Both shots good from the stripe. And a trying summer for the New York Knicks fans after trading away Porzingis. They were hoping to get a big-name player in free agency, Greg, and they didn't.
You know, shocking they refused to offer the max to Kevin Durant. I mean, there were concerns with the Achilles, but instead he ends up in Brooklyn. Combine that with fans' disappointment at missing out on Zion Williamson, and the saga continues. Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
The stats for Ntilikina, how he did last season. he averaged about 5 points per, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And frankly, I think he can play better, guys. I mean, even he would have to admit to that.
Yeah, realistically, he's going to have to step it up. I mean, that's the reality. Or he's going to start to lose those minutes.
Here's New York. They've got an 8-0 run. Barrett off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity. I'm not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Here's Ntilikina. Moves back up, and it's laid in by Randall. Randall's got 6 points.
You know, this guy never stops working. He's always going hard, and Randall's aggressiveness is what allows him to be such a good offensive rebounder.
Now, here's Doncic. 38 points for him last game against New York.
And then there was his passing. When he wasn't scoring on his own, he was making plays for his teammates, and they just couldn't figure out how to defend him.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And for Frank Ntilikina, some questions as to where he is best suited.
I mean, for me, I like when he plays more off the ball. I mean, he's shown that he could become a scorer when he only has to worry about that aspect of his game. Still very young and has a great set of skills with which to work.
And that one falls for Ntilikina.
Well, I tell you what, easy to admire the skills of Ntilikina. I mean, he's a tall guard. He passes and shoots it well. Very efficient.
So he gets them both.
A lot of turnover for the Mavericks this season, but they bring back restricted free agents Maxi Kleber, Dwight Powell, and Dorian Finney-Smith.
And, you know, those 3 players have made steady improvement, and that's a credit to how the Mavericks develop young players. They also bring length and athleticism to that rotation.
Here's Ntilikina. 14 points from him the last game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
And he didn't take any plays off at the defensive end. I mean, he wound up with 4 steals on the night.
Now here's Curry. 6-point game. It's stolen by Randall. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. Right through the D for the layup. Randall's got 8 points.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively. Ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
2 points. That one goes.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Brunson the pass to Doncic. Lets a floater go. He takes it up and lays it in.
And, you know, you look at Doncic for a forward, this guy handles the ball extremely well. He's terrific at creating for himself off the dribble.
Ntilikina can't hit. Mavericks trail by 6. Curry with it. Picked up by Barrett. Inside. And the dunk by Powell.
And, you know, this is what Powell does best. Establishes himself deep inside and jams it home.
Porzingis with the block. Here's Curry to the right side. Now Brunson. Curry finds Brunson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And Curry with the stop.
How about Seth Curry going up top to throw it down? Go ahead, young fella.
Trying his luck from deep. Ntilikina can't hit. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Trailing by 2. Here's Powell. No good. That would have tied it. New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Barrett. And he uses the glass on the layup. 6 points for him.
I love seeing Barrett cash in there. He knows he has what it takes to finish through contact.
Now here's Brunson. He's guarded closely. Dallas moving the ball around. Curry wide open. The Knicks pull it in.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there, and neither can he.
Portis, and some very quick points for him on that possession.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Foul, that's good.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They found their rhythm and kept piling it on. And a huge boost of confidence on the road for sure.
Can't get enough. Yeah, I can't get enough. Yeah, I can't get enough. Give me some more of it. I can't get enough. Yeah, 'cause I can't get crazy. I like that, you like that, so let's be crazy. The contact, impact, I want that daily. Our breath getting deeper lately.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. Hardaway comes in for Seth Curry. And it's Wright in for Jalen Brunson. And a new group in for the Knicks. Taj Gibson's checked in for Bobby Portis. Kevin Knox comes in for Randall. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Barrett. And it's Dennis Smith in for Frank Ntilikina.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Here's Ellington. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Passes it to Hardaway. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Boy, you cannot let Hardaway Jr. get going like this, guys. I mean, once he's in that rhythm and flow, it's bad news for the defense.
The shot's good from Ellington.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
The shot missing. So New York will take it the other way. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball.
Dallas ball.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Doncic.
Dorian Finney-Smith.
Mavericks trail by 8. Right outside. A floater, and the layup is up and in.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Here's Knox, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And the game plan is clear. Work the ball inside.
And it's working for him, Greg. You like that initiative, not settling for stuff on the perimeter.
Jackson, he's checked in for Porzingis. Clark, a big jump in scoring, but I think a lot of that is because of the prolific role players we have in the NBA now.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. When you think about starters putting up points and then you have guys that fortify benches and can get points in bunches, the first name that comes to mind for me, Lou Williams. A designated role of scoring the basketball in limited minutes. And when he gets it going, watch out. Nobody quite like Lou Williams putting it in the basket as a role player.
And so it's Dallas with it, following the score by New York. And Wright, here we go. Bucket is good. Wright's got his second basket of the game.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Knox misses.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
And he comes up with the deuce. And the Knicks lead by 6.
Already, they've piled up 8 second chance points.
Feasting on those backboards. I love that physicality.
Outside Hardaway. There's the pass to Finney Smith. Just 5 to shoot. Right from outside. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Right.
The Knicks leading by 3. For 3, Smith connects from three-point range.
Boy, Smith has a nice feel for when to stop on a dime and pop that jump shot. Well, you got to respect the pull-up jumper in this package.
Hardaway kicks to right. Jackson in the corner. Another 3 for Dallas.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
The drive by Smith.
No messing around from Smith there. When he's on the attack, he's got room to soar. He takes off towards the rim. Boom!
And the Mavericks with possession here. It's a 5-point game. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
And, you know, as you said, Greg, when you are in foul trouble, it makes you less aggressive defensively. And when that's the case, it's hard to offer the kind of resistance that you need to. That was in the back of the mind, the foul trouble they were in.
Here's Finney Smith.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Not 1 second chance bucket allowed. That is finishing off good defense.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first. Right, looking around. In the corner, it's Kleba. No good with the triple.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Puts it up from 17. That's good on the jump shot. And now a 7-point New York lead.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
I like the activity there, keeping the ball alive and creating some second chance buckets.
Here's Kleba. No points in the game yet for him.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
And here are the Mavericks now. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
Yeah, and I think they just seem to be a page behind, a step slower out there all game.
Smith, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Smith's got 9 points.
And, you know, it's a bonus to have big men who pass it like this. Gibson, solid instincts there.
Hardaway for 3. No good on the last second attempt there. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. It's the Knicks up by 6. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia, but thanks to his brother, developed a passion for the NBA.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and he always had pictures of Michael and then Kobe and Shaq, and then we both started watching a lot of NBA highlights. And then later on, 13, 14, Kobe and Powell, you know, I used to watch those guys play a lot.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
That's his second personal foul.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And another thing they've done right from the start is converting. A lot of those second chance opportunities, those can be hard to come by sometimes.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Dallas, they've got Jackson. Hardaway is out there with Wright, and it's Kleba in at the 5 spot. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, there is a lot of optimism in Dallas for the tandem of Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis said, "We clicked right away. We're both European players, similar roots, both speak Spanish. That'll translate on the court. We can be something special." Okay. Kevin, look out for them to compliment and criticize one another in a different tongue.
Yeah, if they play to their potential, they could be scary. Thanks, David.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw.
And the Mavericks seem to have done the hard part, acquiring a potential franchise player in Luka Doncic.
And you know, guys, we've seen it, but in this league, 1 star isn't enough. That's why I think the trade for Porzingis was a good gamble. If he can stay healthy, they have an inside-outside star combo to build on.
Catching up on the changes for New York, Portis comes in for Marcus Morris, and Barrett subbed in for Wayne Ellington. So we can't get either to fall. And year 3, the best of Dorian Finney-Smith's career.
Yeah, you know, he upped his scoring rate, guys, and rebounding. He became more efficient and undrafted out of college, played his college ball at Florida, and he's made himself a nice home in the NBA.
Mavericks trail by 10. Pass to Kleba. Here's Finney-Smith. Jackson in the corner. Traps in the tray. Jackson's got 11 points.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Putting that speed to great use. Once Barrett gets a step on the D, good night.
The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And stolen by Portis. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Now here is Hardaway. He's got 5. Here's Kleba. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Here's Finney-Smith. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Barrett. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
Assisted.
Barrett's got the lead up to 13 now for the Knicks. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. It's stolen by Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
Incredible night for Barrett. He scores in a multitude of ways, and he brings the effort on every possession.
And it's Wright with the ball for the Mavericks. Out to Hardaway. To halt the run. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Here's Barrett. Mavericks with the rebound.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
Here's Kleba, and he's good on the 3-ball.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Smith drives in, and then Smith with the dunk.
You can't give Smith a clear lane to the hole, Kevin. I mean, when he sees it, he gets right into the defense and takes advantage of his speed.
Mavericks trail by 12. To the middle. It's deflected. Kleba kicks to right. Back to Kleba. Puts up a 3. Sinks the triple. Kleba's got it back down to single digits for the Mavs.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Nice shot by Smith.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool to watch this guy be in this kind of a zone. Dennis Smith, amazing at getting to his spots and capitalizing.
And the Mavericks call time here. Clark, over the last couple decades, the role of the big man has changed and required more skill. Outside shooting among them.
Yeah, that's one of the things. And then the ability to move your feet defensively.
Yes.
Because the three-point shot spaces the floor so much. And a lot of times teams will have 4, maybe 5 perimeter shooters out there regardless of size. So big guys, if they're going to play in that type of an alignment, have to be able to move their feet and effectively guard perimeter players and also make shots from the perimeter as well.
Amazing to see guys that big out there sometimes with a one-on-one with the guard, like on the 3-point line.
No doubt. And also the big guys, we've got a ton of them, Kevin, across the league that can really knock down the 3-point shot.
Going with the whole new group out there. And then for New York, Julius Randle comes in for Taj Gibson. And Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Dennis Smith. Now here's Brunson. Outside Curry. Tries it from the top of the key. It's not going to go for him. The Knicks go the other way with it. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. The shot's good from Ntilikina.
And Ntilikina is skilled, really skilled at getting good position in the post. I mean, he uses his quick instincts and understanding of the positioning to score inside.
Now here's Brunson. Pass to Porzingis. Back to Brunson. Offensive rebound. Here's Porzingis. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Boy, the coaching staff loves seeing this. I mean, Porzingis being active and effective from this area here.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And the upcoming schedule for the Mavericks. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
The first one falls. He hits both from the stripe. Mavericks trail by 13. Brunson the pass to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
And Powell is a tomahawk jammer. I mean, when he gets a head of steam behind him, he's ready to throw it down.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Shooting for New York.
And the foul called on the Dallas Mavericks. The Knicks have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
Guys, we haven't seen the type of numbers out of them at the line that we'd come to expect, especially after last season.
The first free throw is good.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Both good from the line that time. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing by 13. Curry trying to break free. Brunson, good. Brunson's got his second basket.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
Starting to come together for Ntilikina on the offensive end now. Picking his spots nicely. This guy's truly a special guard.
Here's Doncic. The Knicks making the shot. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
A moment now to see the numbers for Randall. He's coming off an excellent season. He was around 21 points per game last year. 8 rebounds and 3 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is. And he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Luka, it's good.
You know what? It's really rare to see young players like Doncic have such offensive creativity in their games. Deadly from the mid-range.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Outside Curry. Passes it to Brunson. Shoots, and it's Dallas with another. The Knicks leading by 13. Portis, the pass to Ntilikina. And that's a foul. Called on Dwight Powell. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul of the first half. Not a big deal yet, but something to keep an eye on.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Kevin Knox. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. We know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader. As you well know, Kevin, we actually share book titles on occasion. And obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation. But I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf. And board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
Like Mike, like Will, 96 Impala, more wheels, up against the wall, that Fox Hills, like a boss asked me how I feel. Successful street, touching them first meals. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life, yeah. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle pay the price, one slice.
Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who are the best shooters from behind the arc last season. Look at Curry, third in the NBA. He's someone that if you leave him alone, he's going to knock it down.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
Here's Ntilikina. He's got 22. Morris against Doncic. Brunson, no good. New York leading by 13. Here's Ntilikina. On his 15th shot attempt, he makes his 9th basket. Shooting a healthy 60% tonight.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Brunson. He has 6. Here's Doncic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Doncic has got 8.
Well, the main weapon in Doncic's attack, he really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of them.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Knicks have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9. And the first one drops.
And just doing a much better job of getting to the line this quarter than he did in the first.
And the Knicks making a change here. Ellington's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And he's given them a good contribution at the line tonight, getting there a lot and delivering on his opportunities.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis to the paint. Here's Brunson. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Brunson's got 6 in the quarter.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Here's Ntilikina. The good-looking shot from the wing. And the Knicks lead by 15.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Here's Brunson. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And really, the line a season ago was just a battle for him. Just about a 72% free throw shooter.
That one falls for Brunson. Well, the number 33 pick in the 2018 draft, Jalen Brunson, off to a pretty good start.
Well, I tell you what, this guy is so solid. He was the Naismith Player of the Year and a 2-time champion at Villanova. No surprise to see him handling this business in the pros because he's all business.
And so here is Dallas, the Knicks making the shot. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Morris with the ball. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
Brunson the pass to Porzingis. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got 4 rebounds in this game. Goes up the baseline. Powell pulls it in.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
It's stolen by Morris. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Mavericks trail by 20. Doncic dishes to Powell. Dallas moving the ball around. Doncic, no good.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand. You're exactly right. I say let those triples fly.
Here's Brunson after R.J. Barrett's bucket. And there's the pass to Doncic. Another 3 for Dallas.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind.
Timeout.
He's been on target and on top of his game.
New York calls timeout.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
Se le ve. Empezamos a pie y ahora andamos en el jet. Vamos a calentar, baby, tú. No se quiere olvidar, no quiere recordar, baby.
Can't get enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get enough.
Latino
Yeah, I can't get enough of your love. Give me some more of it. I can't get enough. Yeah, 'cause I can't get crazy. I
Maxi Kleba, he's checked in for Dallas. Wright comes in for Jalen Brunson. And then for New York, Taj Gibson's checked in for Barrett. And it's Dennis Smith in for Ntilikina. Now, here is Smith. He's got 13. Porzingis with the block.
Tell you what, Porzingis showing great timing as the anchor of the defense there.
He gets it in there.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammate.
Smith slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
And he can take over in a nanosecond. I mean, once he catches fire, it's difficult to squelch it.
Doncic outside. Back to Wright from outside the arc. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Randall finds Ellington. Back to Randall. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assist.
Mavericks making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Big man who was forgotten about during free agency. Randall could be an impact player for the Knicks.
Knicks missed out on the marquee names they were after, but Randall should give them great production for quite some time. Not a huge name, but a young talent that can help this team.
Now here's Wright. He's got 7. Porzingis kicks to Jackson. Doncic outside. 6 to shoot. Wright, that's a 2-pointer, but they recover it. It's rebounded by New York. Gibson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Ellington. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Here's Porzingis. And he hits the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
And so it's the New York Knicks controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. New York holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They are in blowout territory, leading by 20. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Boy, it was rough down there in the paint, and they were just dominant, taking it to the rack. But that's what you have to be willing to do. Take the action to the heart of the competition without any fear. That's why this is already a blowout.
And Shaq, what did you see from Dallas?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster. Without major improvements defensively, this game is over.
And that's a wrap. With the 3rd quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Mavericks trail by 20. And New York looking at who they've got. Randall and Portis patrol the middle. Ntilikina out there with Barrett. And it's Morris in at the 3 slot.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
Now here's Curry. It's stolen by Randall. And then Randall slams it in.
For Randall, another bucket. He continues to expand his offensive game.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one. Dallas shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. That one falls for Brunson. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And a breakout season for Julius Randle in 2018-19. Averaged close to 20 and 10.
Marcus Morris.
Delivering on the talent that saw him taken 7th overall back in 2014.
The Mavericks shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. Porzingis finds Curry. Over Barrett. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game. Greg, the Lakers allowed Julius Randle to leave in restricted free agency in 2018 so they could preserve some of their cap space.
I mean, his defense still lags behind, but offensively, well, he is special. The lefty, tough to deal with inside.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
The Mavericks have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Now here's Brunson. Tight defense on him. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Brunson's got 15.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Barrett. That shot is off. Nice D from Porzingis. Mavericks trailed by 19. Curry with it. He's got 12. Doncic passes to Brunson. It's blocked, but they'll get another chance. The offensive rebound. And finally they hit one. 17 points in the game.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And sometimes that's the best policy when you're going up against a big guy. Take it to the 10, right at him, get to the rack. He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Out to the right wing, fires for 3. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Brunson's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And that's his second triple of the half. None for him going into the break.
It's huge whenever Seth Curry comes up with the block. I think it ignites the entire team.
And here is Doncic. He's got 11. Outside Curry. Three-pointer. Knicks with the rebound. 22 is their biggest lead. Here's Barrett.
And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Brunson. How he performed last season. Was in at about 9 points per, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
First free throw is good.
Born in Toronto, Barrett joins a talented group of Canadians
who have entered the NBA ranks.
A different look for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Dwight Powell, and Hardaway is subbed in for Curry. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Knox is checked in. And so he makes both from the line. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Outside Hardaway. To the inside. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. The Knicks leading by 20. Here's Ntilikina. Trying to get open is Randall. The shot's good from Ntilikina. Ntilikina's got 38 points.
Now, how did he manage to change his shot midair?
And again, the turnover by the Mavericks.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
New York's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break.
Not afraid to get roughed up a little inside. Ntilikina got to appreciate the fearless attitude.
This will make 5 trips now to the free throw line for him tonight.
And how about the job he's done at the free throw line?
Been tremendous, Greg. I mean, both in terms of getting to the stripe and then knocking him down once he's there.
And that one falls for Ntilikina. Last season, the NBA announcing the launch of a league in Africa, along with FIBA. Clark, what do you think of that move?
I think it's another example, Kevin, of the globalization of the game and the NBA's intentional, purposeful way of expanding and continuing to grow the game for the sake of the business of basketball, which is a game that obviously you and I love.
And Clark, we see so many foreign players come into the NBA and play well. Not just play, but play well.
Yeah, and not just Africa, although a number of players from Africa, but a number of different countries have signed on. It could make for a more exciting league.
And that's why you don't let him get positioned deep in the post.
Exactly. I mean, once he's got the ball in that area, the battle's already lost. He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
Runs in the pass to Porzingis. Great D that time from Portis.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And the basket by Knox.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Greg, they keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 11. All sorts of time. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Knox, and he makes good on the layup. Knox has got 4 points in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
That is the perfect technique to rebound. I mean, he shields his man, kept him behind, and then he's off to the races.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Mavericks have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. Nailed from three-point land. Hardaway has got 12.
You know, with good shooting form and technique and a knack for scoring, Hardaway Jr. is confident with the deep ball.
So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for the Knicks. Barrett gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Dallas has gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Yes, that goes in. 14 points for Tim Hardaway.
Capable of running the offense. Doncic, fantastic at getting his teammates involved.
Randall left side. And again, it's New York.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
they've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Here's Barrett following the score by Dallas. That one goes in. Barrett's got 10 points in just the second half.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Brunson the pass to Hardaway. It's blocked. And a fast break now for New York. Pull up Jay, and it's Barrett getting it to go. Barrett's got 12 points now in the quarter. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Knicks.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
And the Mavericks call time here. Well, you knew it was going to take some time for Kevin Knox, but Greg, at the end of last season, he began to show flashes of what he could do.
You could almost see the game starting to slow down for him about halfway through the season. Consistency is something all rookies struggle with, but it hit Knox especially hard. Fortunately, that is something that passes with time.
Some changes. Maxi Kleba, he's checked in for Porzingis. Jackson comes in for Luka Doncic. And it's Wright in for Jalen Brunson. Then for the Knicks, Taj Gibson's checked in for Julius Randle. And Damian Dotson subbed in for Frank Ntilikina. Now here's Wright. He's got 7. Ripped away. And now Knox running the floor all by himself. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Here's Wright. The Knicks pull it in. Gibson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Barrett. Good work there as it goes. Barrett's got 14 points here in the second half.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen. And the defense, no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
And he banks in the layup. Barrett's got 32 points in the game.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And let's check out stats for Hardaway. Some last season stats for him. Last season, he averaged 18 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
And the first one at the line is good. And so Wright nails both of them. New York's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Damian Dotson at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. He's perfect from the line this time. Dallas has gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Finney Smith passes to Kleba. Right side Hardaway. 5 on the clock to the middle. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
Boy, you love Hardaway Jr.'s confidence and aggressiveness. When he's going like this, he feels like nobody can guard him.
Yep, that one goes in there.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
So it's the Mavericks now. The Knicks making the shot. And there's the foul. It'll go on Damian Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. Jackson kicks to Finney Smith. Dallas moving it around. Lets it fly. They get it back. Right. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on Bobby Portis. The Mavericks have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night.
Shots.
First one falls for him. And so Wright nails both of them. New York's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Shot from 16. Portis can't get it to go.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Right side Jackson. Kicks to Wright. Outside Hardaway. Here's Kleba, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
But, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And the big contract for Tim Hardaway Jr. back in 2017, Clark. 4 years, $71 million.
Hey, sometimes timing is everything. We know that in our world and in all the other worlds out there. And think about that now. Tim Hardaway Jr. has made more money than his all-star father made in his whole career. Hardaway Jr., young and athletic, and a really rock-solid player at both ends.
Coming up, I'm coming up. Feel the rush, I feel the rush. If this ain't legendary, what you call it? I said if this ain't legendary, what you call it? Feel the vibe, I feel the vibe. Extra live, I'm extra live. And I don't need improvement. Fell asleep, a man woke up superhuman.
Dallas making a switch here. Curry's checked in. And then for New York, Morris is checked in for Knox. Ellington comes in for Barrett. And Smith subbed in for Damian Dotson. Smith's shot is good.
Dennis Smith.
Smith's got 17.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Hey, when Seth Curry sees holes in the defense, he pounces on them.
Here's Ellington. That shot, no good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. And Jackson gets it to go.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half. And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Here's Smith. Count it from 12. Smith's got 19 points.
Kevin, I love the mid-range game of Smith. We don't see that a lot from a bunch of players nowadays, but he's constantly looking to let it fly from here.
The Mavericks have gone 6 of 9 at the line.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Dwight Powell's checked in for the Mavericks. That one is no good. And Morris has got the ball here for the New York Knicks. Ellington. And again, it's New York.
Ellington.
There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Powell. And Gibson sends it back.
A good defender who uses his body well, Gibson is capable of blocking shots.
Releases from 15. Kept alive. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Yeah, a coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Now here's Wright. 14 points for him. Outside Curry. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Hits it from three-point range. Curry's got 10 points in the quarter.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
I like how Smith goes right at the defense. Actually, I love his attack mentality. He's not shy about shooting it inside.
Curry dishes to Powell. Jackson passes to Wright. No good on the three. And so it's New York in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Back up, back up, back up, back up. Back up, back up, back up, back up. Back up, back up, back up, back up. Back up, back up.
And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Jackson is out there with Dwight Powell. Then it's DeLon Wright. Then it's Lee. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. The Mavericks shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. And Wright kicks to Jackson. Off his foot. And the ref's whistling a kick ball. Clark, the max contract didn't exist when you were playing. Is it something that should be up for debate?
Well, it's a function of the economics of the league now, and in theory, there's some reasons why you have max contracts, because a guy has earned that opportunity, a way to keep a star player or a max contract player with the same team, I think is part of the reasoning behind it. I mean, debating it and talking about it is probably something that makes some sense.
Marcus
If you're thinking about getting rid of it, I'm not so sure.
The polished mid-range game of Morris. Some of his best shots come from about that 12 to 20-foot range.
To the paint, here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
You know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
Shoots from the right block, and again it's New York.
Yeah, and Smith doing a nice job getting his teammates involved. Terrific at spotting the open man.
Ellington's gone 75% from the field, 6 baskets in 8 attempts. In the corner, Powell with it. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Powell's got 4 this quarter. The Knicks have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Wasted no time on that one.
Yeah, Smith is a lights-out shooter, a laser we call those guys, Kevin, and he's got a nice-looking stroke, too.
Now here's Lee. Pass to Marjanovic. The kick out to Wright. Good on the three-point shot.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And the Mavericks with possession here. Lee outside. Lets it go with a 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
Well, I like seeing the confidence from Lee there. So good at understanding and recognizing when he should rise and fire.
The shot's good from Ellington.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
And no let-up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
A baseline J, and there are the Knicks with another bucket. Now here's Wright. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Launches a 3. The rebound by Rab. The Knicks have gone 7 of 7 from the field to start the final quarter. What an amazing start. And again, it's New York.
Rab.
Now, Wright. With an assist this trip down, he'd have 10.
He's got terrific court vision, and he just sees the play as it unfolds. He plays chess while everyone else is out here playing checkers.
Boy, that's great awareness by Courtney Lee. Excellent at recognizing when his guys are wide open.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Dallas Mavericks. He kicks it to Lee. Left side, Jackson. Pass to Marjanovic. Down low. Lee, that's good.
Lee! And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Here's Smith. Banked in off the glass. Smith's got 29.
Smith showing outstanding concentration on these hard shots, even as he's getting hit.
Dallas has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. It's stolen. And here we go. Fast break. Ellington's got the ball. Offensive rebound. That one falls.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus. Just make the simple play.
And that one's good. Marjanovic.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
And it's slammed in by Smith.
Boy, I tell you what, known for his dunking ability, as soon as Smith Jr. is cleared to take off, he gets up there in a hurry.
The Mavericks have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the fourth quarter. Really getting it done. Bounce pass from Wright. Here's Marjanovic. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Ellington with it. He's against Lee. The shot's good from Ellington. Ellington's got 10 points in just the second half. Doubled by Smith. And a wide open look for Lee. Drops one in from the wing.
You know, so comfortable taking this shot is Courtney Lee. And, you know, anytime he gets some room to fire from there, he's not passing it up.
A shot by Ellington, no good. The Mavericks shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. And Wright kicks to Lee. Inside, here's Powell. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
New York calls timeout. Well, Clark, at the college level, a coach was recently offered a lifetime contract. Think we'll ever see that in the NBA?
Well, you can't quite say never.
Right.
I said in college basketball, I never thought in my lifetime I'd see a 16 beat a 1 seed.
Right.
So never say never, but it's not going to happen.
Well, but you've got a lifetime contract doing this, so I guess it does happen in some quadrants.
Well, you got information that I don't have.
Dallas. Doncic is checked in for Justin Jackson. And Barea subbed in for Wright. Dotson's checked in for the Knicks. Lonzo Trier comes in for Smith. Here's Trier. But he recovers it. Shoots over Barea. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And it goes down 2 points. Lee's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Deep 2 from Trier. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Dallas has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Lee outside. Back to Barea. And the whistle's going to blow. It will be on Alonzo Trier. That is his first foul of the game. Knicks on defense. Dallas moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. And Doncic, here we go. And it's Dallas with another.
Boy, a strong, versatile offensive player. Doncic capable of burning you from anywhere on the floor.
To the inside. Here's Brazdeikis. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Nice job hitting him right in stride. Excellent play.
Now here's Barea. Defense right on him. Powell. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. Powell's got 20.
Yeah, really good to see Powell playing within the offense and taking quality shots and riding his hot hand.
Trier, that's good.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
You know, your assumption would be that he'd be at a big disadvantage in that matchup, but you'd be assuming wrong.
The Knicks shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. Here's Rab. They get it again. Here's Brazdeikis. And the basket is good. Brazdeikis has got 4 points in the quarter.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
Now, here's Barea. Pass to Marjanovic. Here's Doncic. Over in the corner, Lee. They get the rebound to the middle. Barea, the pass to Powell. And it's in there. Powell's got 14 points now in the second half.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
Right on the bucket.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Hey, Clark, the NBA moved the presentation of the MVP award to after the conclusion of the finals. Do you like that?
Yes and no. I think you have 2 separate awards. You could have a playoff MVP or a finals MVP, which we have. And then you have a regular season MVP. The MVP is for the body of work done during the regular season. So I think there should be a clear separation between the two, quite honestly. So, no, I don't like it.
At least you're honest, Clark.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Now here's Lee, out to the right wing. Down low. And that one's good. Marjanovic has got 8 points in the quarter.
And, you know, Barea is a capable floor general. Very good at setting the table for his teammates.
Rab, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
Well, he enjoys deflating the opposition with those extra possessions.
And that one's good. Marjanovic.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Here's Brasdakis. That one a little long.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now here's Barea. Marjanovic finds Lee. Let's go. A rebound by Rab. Rab's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Great open look there.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Knicks.
And as one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
Now they've got their sights set on that sweep, Greg, 3-zip. And given what's going on in the first 2 games, my guess is that's what's going to happen.
Here's Barea. The Knicks making the shot. To the paint. Here's Doncic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game. And don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
New York calls timeout.
Ladies and gentlemen,
they're up by 32. 52 seconds left in the game. At our Jordan Player of the Game.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
And the Knicks making a change here. Knox is checked in. First free throw is good. On when you see that step back 3, Clark for Doncic. Shades of James Harden, the way he gets that shot off.
And you know what they say, Luka's deceleration, hitting the brakes and stopping suddenly, is top notch, just like James Harden's. So that's quite a compliment. a lot of that is footwork and balance, but I think his quickness too, guys, has been a little bit underrated. This guy is a little better athlete than he gets credit for.
New York shooting an unreal 70% from the field, making a mockery of this defense. Dotson gets the bucket.
And it's just competing, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Tipped away.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
16 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Rab. Off target from three-point range. Doncic feeling it out. So no problem for New York as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin, with Julius Randle. And Julius, you get it done at multiple ends. Where has your focus been in terms of approach?
Just taking what the defense gives me. I'm a lot more patient, let the game come to me. Don't really try to force things as much. Sometimes I get out of character, but just try my hardest to let the game come to me the most.
Well, you were a big part of the win tonight, Julius. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. See you later.